Whenever I get any kind of negative comment, whether that's on a video, my interview, or on social media, I don't really look at the comment as negative in a way. And I actually, before I get butthurt or anything, I read the comment and take into consideration maybe this person is right because they took the time to point it out. If they're right, I think about how I can improve in that area or whatever they called me out on. And if it's not true at all, I don't care. I already forgot about the comment. And for tonight's video, I wanted to focus on a comment that I got a few days ago, but it's also a comment that I continually get. Like, it's not a lot, but it's been pretty consistent enough that I know there's a lesson behind it. So that's what I'm going to speak on. This comment is always about how I'm a hypocrite in a way, or people will ask me, how can you go from talking about God, talking about church and how blessed you are, but then you swear and then you talk about inappropriate things in your interviews? You're a hypocrite, you're deceitful, I see how the devil works. I really do get that, but this is the thing. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not deceitful, and I'm being who I am. If I wasn't swearing or talking about certain things in my interviews, then I would be pretending someone that I'm not, and that's not who I am, so I'm not going to do that. And what's crazy is every time, or majority of the time, I think that whenever we hear God and religion and church, we just think like, oh, this person is just never breaks the rules, is perfect, whatever. You just think that they're perfect. They don't make mistakes. They don't whatever. But at the end of the day, who in this world is really perfect? We all have our own past. We all have made our own mistakes, and we definitely all have our own flaws. There is no way you could tell me every single person in this world that you have encountered likes you in a way. Like, we all have flaws. And the reason I wanted to do this video is it's really sad to me, because I feel like that when people think God and church, that they feel like they can't have a relationship or get to know God or even get their blessings just because of a mistake they made in the past, or because of a trait that they have now that they can't overcome. And it's gonna sound crazy, but I feel like part of my purpose is to be that example of you don't have to be perfect to be blessed. And how do I break this down? Alright, I'm just gonna be honest. So whatever, when people say comments like, oh, how do you swear, or whatever, if I'm being 100% honest, I should have a swear jar. I swear a lot, and that jar would be filled. That is something that I'm working on, but I'm going to work on that because I want to work on it, and not because someone called me a hypocrite or whatever. And that goes for all my other flaws that I know that I need to work on. There's a lot of things that I know if I could overcome that, I would be blessed even more. But this is the thing. Whether you're watching this video or how long you've been following me, or if you go creep on my social media, God has really blessed me. I'm a very blessed person, and it's because God knows what my intentions are and what's really in my heart. I get picked apart on, oh, why do you swear and you talk about God? You're focusing on this one little piece of me, not knowing what my purpose is or what I'm supposed to be doing and what my intentions are. And I feel like that holds people from really opening up to God, because you think you have to be perfect. You think you have to be squeaky clean. But the thing is, the only person who's perfect is God. You aren't God. I'm not God. And He already knew all the mistakes you were going to make that you already made. And He already knows what mistakes you're going to make in the future. That's life. You're supposed to be learning all these things, and you're supposed to be this. You're supposed to like grow into this person. But this is the thing. God created you, so He already knew you were going to be like this. So it's not like you blindsided Him and He was like, oh, wasn't expecting this out of him, wasn't expecting this out of her, let me pump my brakes and not bless her anymore, or him. That's not how it works. And I feel like a lot of people miss out on their blessings, and how, like, I swear I can't even begin to describe how much my life has changed and how at peace I am at times, just because I know God's got my back. And I feel like a lot of people miss out on that, again, because you think you have to be squeaky clean, and that's not what God cares about. You have to focus on what God really cares about, and like I said, it's what's in your heart and what your intentions are. Yeah, God probably doesn't want me swearing as much as I do, but at the same time, He already knows what I'm really doing, what my purpose is, and He knows I'm living for that. And do you really think if He cared that much about when I swear or when I talk about inappropriate things in my interviews or my videos, that He would bless me with all that He's blessed me with? No. So I'm going to take that as, I guess I'm supposed to be that example. I'm saying you don't have to be perfect. I'm not encouraging you, though, to just be reckless and do all these things to be a horrible person. Like, at least work on yourself. But that's what I'm saying. It's not even about that. And I don't know how much more I can explain it other than God cares about those little things because it is part of the complete package. But that you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to focus on what does God really care about, and it's going to be, at the end of the day, what's in your heart. What are your intentions when it comes to certain things? What is it that you want to do, like, in this world? Why do you want certain things? Why do you talk about certain things? And that's all that matters. So to whoever thinks or says that I'm a hypocrite or I'm deceitful, okay, that's fine. I know that it doesn't look good that I talk about God, whatever, here. I talk about God in this minute, and in an hour I'm swearing about whatever it is I'm swearing about. Yes, I understand that looks bad, but I also understand that that's something I need to work on. So don't worry about that, and just focus on the bigger picture, because no matter how much I swear or whatever other thing that I do, at the end of the day, my intention is just to be that person that inspires the world and inspires you to be like the best you that you can be, and spread God's word and really just bless the world and share my experiences. That's what I want to do. So maybe part of that was to show you the bad parts of me or the ugly parts on me, to encourage the person who probably swears as much as I do, or maybe they drink, maybe they smoke, maybe they do something they're not supposed to be doing, to encourage you that just because you do that doesn't, like, by default block you from God blessing you. It's all about what you're going to do next, and that's all it is. I don't want people to think that they can't know God because God's going to judge you for the flaws you have in your life, because that's not how it works. He cares about, at the end of the day, what you have in your heart, and that's all that matters. If you are just living for that purpose that God has for you and what He wants to do for you, the little things, you know what? Those are little things. That's exactly what it is. That's not part of the big picture. Just work on those things and work on it. Work on it because you want to work on it. Don't work on it because you're afraid that people are going to keep judging you or they're going to talk bad about you, whatever it is. Who cares? So, all right. That's all the hypocrite or deceitful person has to say. So hopefully my hypocritical ways inspired someone in this video to just focus on what really matters, and maybe it'll inspire someone to really reach out to God and just get to know Him. Like, don't block your blessings, because I'm telling you, it's really awesome just being able to know that God's got my back and He has your back no matter what you do. So that's all. One thing that you've been putting off for so long because you're afraid, just attack it and go after it, because I promise you can do it. You just don't know it yet.